What's going on, everyone? This is Kodama from WFKodama_YGO. Sorry for not checking in for like over a month now, but I've been struggling with some stuff, but we've still been grinding the Scareclaw. Been having a good time with it. Haven't given y'all an update, but I got third place at a trophy tournament playing Scareclaw Adventure. This deck list is pretty close to it. There's some side deck changes for sure, but other than that, it's pretty much the same. So we're going to cover that here. So I got third place at a trophy tournament, but I also went to the Indianapolis Regional here this past weekend on the 18th of March. And I placed 27th out of 593 getting my invite. So I was 7-1-1 going into the last round. And then just got thumped by Brandon. Just absolutely thumped it. Hurt my feelings, but didn't see Ash, didn't see the sides for it. But let's quickly go over the deck list, and then I will start talking to you guys about the matchups. As you guys all know, or should know by now, I play all of the original Scareclaw boys at 3. Each of the dogs and each of the right cards. I do 2 Scareclaw Kashtiras. So let's start by talking over the monsters. Again, if people aren't familiar with Scareclaw, they all inherently summon themselves next to or underneath another Scareclaw monster. Acro boosts the EMZ Scareclaw by 300 for each defense. Astra allows the EMZ Scareclaw to attack equal to the number of Scareclaws with different names in defense position that are on the field. Balone gives the EMZ Scareclaw piercing. Reich is the Sky Striker engage of the deck. He searches for a spell trap, and then if there's 3 or more defense on the field, he draws one. And then Scareclaw Kashtira, the greatest boy, the goodest boy, can attack in defense and can summon himself out during the main phase, which is really nice. Actually, during one of my matches in the tournament, I played and I beat the guy. And he was, that was actually my first loss of the day. And he was like, hey, I've got these German Scareclaw Kashtiras if you want them. And so we just worked out a trade real quick. So that was really, really cool of him. The monsters are all fantastic, great ways to extend, fantastic ways to OTK, especially with Scareclaw Kashtira. He really boosts your ability to OTK by adding another name on the field and being an attacker himself. The Scareclaw spell traps, 2 Reich Phobia, 1 Defanging, 1 Arrival, 1 Twin Saw, 1 Splash. I saw this card a lot in the hand, which was brutal at times, great at other times, because it felt like, I could actually bait with Lightheart's Search. So people would Ash it, or they'd imperm, so they wouldn't let me get this, and I'd already have it in hand, so boop, bow, bow. So that was nice sometimes. Defanging was pretty oppressive. Kashtira really has no outs. No outs at all for Tryhard. If you have Tryhard out and you have Defanging out, they're not getting rid of him. They're just not going to be able to do it. So that's a very, very powerful card. Arrival, obviously, you need it for the extension, and I used the branded opening type effect to protect a couple times. Twin Saw wasn't nearly as powerful. The second effect did not come up once. I had all meta matchups, and Link's not in the meta right now. Splash was my very, very often search. Was often what I would search, especially in the branded matchup if I didn't see Ash in the hand. So that's that for Scareclaw spells and traps. We'll go into the adventure package, and we've also max rarity'd the deck, or at least what I constitute max rarity. I'm using the ulti Enchantress because I think it looks better. I'm running it pure and true. I don't run foolish. I cut Illegal Knight entirely from the deck. It's not even in the side anymore. It's just not that powerful. It really isn't. But This is nice. I mean, some people will say, well, I run 3 and 3. And I was like, well, I want her to be able to summon herself sometimes too. And if I see Griffin, I'm searching Enchantress so I can summon her. Nothing crazy there. And now we'll go to power cards. 3 Fenrir. All ulti. What's up? What's up? I don't even want to really constitute him power card anymore. He's a combo. 3 Imperm. This one came late and was a little damaged. Had a super, super, super poor experience with that seller. I still mainboard the Super Polys. So anybody that is new coming to this just because I top 32 at a regional, yeah, I mainboard Super Polys. Scareclaw's got a whole lot of space in the extra deck. Super Poly is an extremely powerful card. If Super Poly's not good in the matchup, I take it out. It's too easy. I side it out. But obviously Imperm Ash, too easy. Imperm did wonders for me this weekend. It truly did. But now let's go on over to the extra deck. This is more kind of like straightforward type things. We got our Super Poly targets, Garura, Mud, Venom, and Dracostapelia. I'm going to hide you guys to the end. We'll go Donner, Cherubini, Underworld Goddess, Link Spider. As some general utility cards, I'm going to wait to show you guys the last 2 utility cards. And then we've got the Scareclaw monsters. We run 2 Tryheart. 1, 2, 3 of the best boy Lightheart. And then my favorite rarity bumps to the deck. Starlight Asa and Starlight Dark. Asa didn't come up but once, honestly, and that was just so I could do more damage in like a really weird simplified game state. Yeah, which was quite embarrassing. Yeah, I had Lightheart and the Adventure Token on the field, and I was just doing like a 2500 beatdown for 2 turns because he didn't draw like a monster or whatever. Whoops. And then I didn't draw anything either. So what we did was just a freaking little beatdown. I turned it into Asa after I had searched a Rite of Aramesier, and I was like, all right, cool. We're just gonna, you know, get that right. Make a token and then do, you know, a little bit more damage. Yeah, that was a weird one. But let's go into the side real quick, and then I'll talk about my matchups just a little bit. Ghost Bell, oh man, that was the biggest change in the side from that OTS trophy tournament to this regional. Ghost Bell, I would say, was the MVP of the weekend for me. I sided her in against Kashtira. I would immediately side out the Super Polys, side these in. So I could stop Birth, you could stop Scareclaw. It's just very, very nice. I also, you know, kept that for the brand, sided that in the branded matchup. That way I had Ash, I had Super Poly, and Ghost Spell for the branded matchup. Because I hate the branded matchup so much. Branded Loss is a broken card. We got 3 Cosmic Cyclones. I hope you guys can tell that those are ultis as well. I hate Branded Lost. I hit Branded Lost. I prepared for trap decks like Trap Tricks or Labyrinth. Didn't see any of them. So these were kind of dead. I only sided those in once. But that was kind of the same deal with Lightning Storm. I only sided those in once. But again, I wanted the ability to hit back row. And, you know, this is just a utilitarian type card. But another fantastic side choice that really showed up for me this weekend was 3 Godarla and 3 Dogran. I decided to go 3 and 3 because, you know, hopefully I would see one of each, which I guess, honestly, I should have gone like 2, 2, and 2 to have increased the odds. Just put 2 Gamma Seal in here, but I intentionally chose Dogran and Godarla first off because it's like Godzilla and Mothra a little bit. But also, you may be saying, oh, they have the highest attack, why would you do that? My whole strategy is putting everybody in defense, and I give my guy piercing. These two also happen to have the lowest defense of the kaiju, 1200 and 1600, that I care about. That these are cool. I think the Thunderstrike kaiju might have less, but I just love that. So I just thought it was flavorful. I can send one to your board, have an infect monster for me. It's like, I don't know. It was nice. The kaiju carried a lot of weight this time around too, which was awesome, awesome, awesome. So, something quickly running over my matchups. I went 7-2-1 on the weekend. Round one was Runic Naturia. I 2-0'd them like absolute clapping, which was hilarious. I just beat the poop out of them. And then one of my buddies actually said he wound up walking past a guy that said, "Dang, dude, I just got clapped by Scareclaw," which I'd like to say that was me. Then round two, I played a Sky Striker, which I 2-0'd there. That wasn't anything too crazy. Round three was a Brandon matchup. I went 1-2. That was the individual who traded me the 2 Scareclaw Cashtiras that were in German, which was super, super cool. Round four, I had a Scareclaw I had a Kashtira matchup that I 2-1'd. Round five, another Sky Striker, which was crazy. But this was like a blind going second Sky Striker, and I'm telling, when I say all 3 games, they had both Triple Tactics Thrust and Triple Tactics Talents in their hand. Not Thrust Searching Talents, but both cards in their hand. All 3 games. It was glued to them, but I still got it 2-1. And then I got a draw against a Kashtira in the next round, and I have to say, like, that was the most well-played game on both of our ends. We had, like, a 30-minute game one. It was incredible. Like, it was incredibly interactive. We were both doing a great job. Like, it was fantastic. I wish I got to know who that was a little bit better. Then I got another Branded, and I 2-0'd them. Got another Kashtira, 2-1. I got them 2-1. I literally had to do like the fastest combo ever in my life to be able to get into the battle phase before time expired, but I was able to actually kill them before time. So I wasn't like win in time. Like, it was like, I'm in the battle phase, I'm douche, you're dead, which was really, really nice. And then, my actual favorite match, my second to last round was against Kashtira. So I was 6-1-1 at the time, and I'm assuming they might have been 6-1 or 6-2, or like maybe a 6-1-1 or a 6-2 at the time, like on the bubble, kind of like I was. And I beat him game one, kind of like no issue. I had Ash and Imperm, so I ashed the Fenrir put on the board first. No, I Impermed the Fenrir, and then I ashed the Theosis. So that was too easy. And then game two, I just Impermed the Unicorn, and he set one and passed, and it was like, I don't even remember what it was. It was literally inconsequential, whatever it was. But I was, I activated Lightheart's Effect Search Field spell, and I'm shuffling real quick, and he was like, dude, hurry up. I was like, whoa, excuse me? And he was like, you're taking too long to shuffle. And I was like, all right. And then I was just, I was like, effect, search, and just boop, 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 combo OTK. Didn't shake his hand, signed the paper, threw it at him, and was like, dude, get over yourself. So I was riding a high off of that one. But going into the last round, I was at table 5, which means I was in the top 10. In the last round, I was in the top 10 of the tournament. Then I get absolutely mollywopped 0-2 by Branded. Game one, he won the die roll. I didn't have Ash. I didn't have anything to stop him from comboing. He kind of did like old school Branded stuff, I'm not gonna lie. But old school Branded is still pretty decent against this deck because we still are fairly normal summon reliant. Scareclaw Kashtira helps a lot, but we still do need that normal summon to go off. And I didn't see Super Poly either of the games. I didn't see Ghost Spell, Super Poly, or Ash game 2. And he saw Droll and Lockbird. So Lightheart Effect, Search the Field spell, New Chain, Droll and Lockbird. It was set super. No, I did have super poly that one. Set super poly, set imperm, and then he opens up with harpies, and I'm like, all right, yeah, I lose. It's like if you can play at all, I lose. So this deck has more than enough capability to put 8,000 damage on the board. So that was it.